Hey everyone, and welcome to Humans vs. Algorithms, the podcast where we dig into the ethical dilemmas behind the tech that shapes our lives. I'm your host, Parker O'Farrell, and today we are diving into the hiring practice that's quietly and massively changing the job market. Here's a thought. Imagine being rejected for a job by a robot. Sounds like science fiction, right? But it's not. It's happening right now. More than 75% of resumes are filtered by artificial intelligence before a human ever lays eyes on them. Companies use AI to speed up hiring, save time, and cut costs. It sounds efficient, maybe even smart, but here's the catch. Just because it's efficient doesn't mean it's fair. In this episode, I'll explore whether using AI in hiring is actually ethical. I'll break it down using two normative ethical lenses, utilitarianism and justice-based ethics, and share where they agree, where they clash, and what we can do about it. Let's jump in. Utilitarianism is the idea that an action is ethical if it creates the greatest good for the greatest number of people. So what's the argument for AI hiring under this lens? Well, it's efficient. AI can sort through thousands of resumes in seconds, saving companies money and speeding up the hiring process. It can even reduce some human biases like favoritism or unconscious racism by removing names, faces, and other identifiers from the equation. In theory, that's a good thing. Plus, matching candidates to the job descriptions at scale, that's a win for companies who want the best person for the job without spending weeks in interviews. But here's the flip side. If the algorithm is trained on biased data like past hiring decisions that favored men over women or white applicants over applicants of color, then the AI learns to replicate that bias. It starts filtering out qualified candidates not based on their skills, but based on patterns of past discrimination. Even if businesses benefit, if large groups of people are being unfairly excluded, that creates real societal harm. So under utilitarianism, if the net harm to job seekers outweighs the benefit to companies, then using AI this way isn't actually ethical. Now let's look through the lens of justice and fairness ethics. This approach asks, are benefits and burdens fairly distributed? Think about this. Is it fair to reject someone's resume just because their GPA isn't in the right format, or because they live in a certain zip code, or because their experience doesn't match a specific keyword, even if they are perfectly qualified? That's where AI can go wrong. People from non-traditional backgrounds like veterans, single parents, or first-generation college grads often get filtered out because they don't fit the algorithm's mold. Women and people of color also face disproportionate rejection rates, especially when the AI reflects biased historical hiring data. Even if the system applies the same rules to everyone, the outcomes aren't equal. And that's the heart of the fairness argument. As the saying goes, fairness is not giving everyone the same thing. It's giving people what they need to succeed. When AI ignores the structural barriers people face, it risks reinforcing those inequalities. So where do these ethical frameworks align and where do they diverge? Both agree that if AI results in discriminatory hiring practices, there's a problem. But utilitarianism says let's weigh the pros and cons. If the system helps more than it hurts, maybe it's okay. Fairness ethics say nope. If the system is unfair to some, it's ethically wrong, no matter how efficient it is. So how do we resolve that tension? By adding ethical guardrails. Companies can audit their algorithms to catch bias. They can be transparent about what the AI is looking for. They can make sure humans review edge cases instead of letting machines make all the decisions. We need a hybrid model. Combine the speed of AI with the empathy and judgment of humans. That's how we make the hiring both efficient and fair. To wrap it all up, AI resume screening isn't going away. It has potential to streamline hiring and reduce some forms of bias. But without ethical oversight, it can actually amplify harm. Technology should serve justice, not just efficiency. If we want a truly fair hiring process, companies need to step up. That means regular audits, transparency, and a commitment to equity. Job seekers deserve more than a shot at beating the algorithm. They deserve to be seen. Thanks for listening to Humans vs. Algorithms. The conversation about AI and hiring is just one piece of the larger puzzle that tech is creating in our world. As we continue to integrate these systems into our daily lives, it's crucial that we ask the tough questions and challenge the norms. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the tech we create, it's about the world we are shaping for future generations. If you're passionate about tech and ethics, Stay tuned for more episodes where we dive into the consequences of the algorithms surrounding us. Feel free to follow us on social media for updates and drop us a comment with your thoughts on AI and hiring. Is it helping or hurting the job market? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep questioning, keep thinking, and keep fighting for fairness in the digital age.